It's August 1963. The Beatles have just made their farewell appearance at the Cavern Club in Liverpool, whilst in the south of England, in the great train robbery, a group of men got away with £2.5 million. The four boys haven't made their first million yet, but they're well on their way, with two #1 records in the bag and a new one about to be released. The Yeah Yeah sound from fans and Beatles is imminent. Yes, the start of Beatlemania. It's hard to put an exact date or definition to it. To different people, it was different things. Hunter Davies, in his book, The Beatles, described it.
Beatlemania was 3 years of perpetual screaming and yeah-yaying from hysterical teenagers of every class and colour. It is impossible to exaggerate, as Beatlemania was in itself an exaggeration.
To Frida Kelly, the fan club secretary, it meant letters.
It just came in sackfuls, 2,000 to 3,000 a day. And I used to just close my eyes and go, oh, yeah, just put it up on the side and mark the sacks Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But gradually we got through them.
To Tony Barrow, NEM's press officer, it meant requests for interviews.
Not just a sort of series of small-time writers by any means, but indeed major feature writers of the calibre of Vincent Moore-Crome, who had to be content to play a kind of musical chairs, like every sort of 10 or 15 minutes I would at least metaphorically sort of blow a whistle and move everybody around one place so that everybody had at least some time with the Beatles in between tuning up and everything else.
And to the Beatles themselves, how did they feel?
Well, we feel flattered. I mean, it's very flattened. Yeah, I'm flattened. But, I mean, if the screaming fans weren't there, then we wouldn't be here, would we?
Most people put the build-up of Beatlemania to the Beatles' return from the Swedish tour at the end of October. And before that happened, this single was released.
She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah.
John and I wrote it together. We were in a van up in Newcastle somewhere. We were just going up to our hotel, and I originally got an idea of doing one of those answering songs where a couple of us sing about She Loves You, and the other one sort of says the yes bit, yeah. Answering whoever's saying it, but we decided that was a crummy idea anyway, as it was. But that at least we had the idea to write a song called She Loves You then, and we just sat up in the hotel bedroom for a few hours and wrote it,
Producer George Martin.
I used to sit in a high stool in the studio, and John and Paul would stand in front of me playing their acoustic guitars, and they'd sing it to me together. And George would join in on the choruses. When they played She Loves You First of All, I thought it was great, but one thing struck me as being very odd. And that was that they finished on this curious singing chord, which was a sort of major sixth, with George doing the sixth and the others doing the third and the fifth in the chord. And it was just like a Glenn Miller arrangement. So I like the song very much, but it's extraordinary what you're singing because to me it's a bit old-fashioned. They said, oh, it's a great chord, that. No one's ever heard it before. Of course, I'd heard it lots of times before. However, I realised it was good enough not to change, and we let it go at that. And of course, that was really the most important part of the song.
She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. You think you've lost your love? Well, I saw her yesterday. It's you she's thinking of, and she told me what to say. She said she loves you, and you know that can't be bad. Yes, she loves you, and you know you should be glad.
That was issued on August the 23rd. By September the 7th, it was #1 in the British hit parade and was to stay there for 5 consecutive weeks. The B-side of that record was a good one, too. The title, I'll Get You.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Imagine I'm in love with you. It's easy 'cause I know I've imagined I'm in love with you many, many, many times before. It's not like me to pretend, but I'll get you in the end. Yes, I will, I'll get you in the end.
The next most important date in the Beatles' lives was an appearance on the renowned television spectacular Sunday Night at the London Palladium. The show went well, with an estimated audience of 15 million viewers. But afterwards, Brian Somerville, their personal press man, got into difficulties with some of the fans.
I had to guide them after the show from the backstage, from the stage indeed, whilst everybody else was going round, and I had to get them from that go disc to the car. I mean, we had to go through where the audience would go, as opposed to through the stage door, because that's where everybody... And I remember going up these stairs, and I tripped and fell, and I was in a panic, I must say. I wasn't cut out for that sort of thing. As a publicity man, I wasn't a roadie. And besides, you know, I was in a bow tie and things, and running and sweating and dashing wasn't really my forte. And Ringo said, he's gone mad. He's going to burst a blood vessel. And of course, I got out in the street and no bloody Beatles. I mean, they were way behind me. I just sort of haired off like I was doing a 3-day event at Bedminton or something.
Their old rivals, the Shadows, still made the charts too, but the Beatles, having conquered Great Britain, were now out to prove themselves further afield. They went to Sweden on October the 23rd. Klaus Sperling was then working for Swedish radio, and having met them earlier in Bournemouth, England, arranged for them to do TV and radio dates after the Swedish concerts.
For the concert in Stockholm, they were only second billed below Joey D and the Starlighters, who had been here before. And the reaction was fantastic for the Beatles. I mean, forget Joey D from that. And from that moment on, I mean, they were really something bigger than we had ever seen over here before. And I think Brian Epstein, who was with them on this tour, he made a note of this Beatlemania, which could turn out also outside of England. And it inspired them all. As a trial, they saw Sweden, and it inspired them to go to other countries.
It won't be long, yeah, yeah, yeah.